Might help if I have the microphone on. Sorry about that. Good evening. Welcome to the October edition of the Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors meeting. I am Chuck Thompson, President of the Board. We will introduce the rest of the board members here shortly, but we'll start with our invocation and pledges. Mr. Roger Brooks will do the invocation, and Mr. Brent McWaters will do our pledges. Mr. Brooks. Now, pledges.
Please face the American flag. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. All right, let's get started. We'll go ahead and introduce the rest of the board members. To my far left is Jasmine Funes. Since she is down there on an island, we'll move to my far right and introduce Mr. Michael Buckley. Next to him is our city council member, Brent McWaters. To my immediate right is our city secretary, Juanita Lemon, and to my left is Emilio Lavario, our community development director. And do we have anybody for public comments? All right, we'll move past that then. Move to item number 4, business spotlight in the Cleveland area. Do we have representation from Crowns of Glory Hair Studio? Very well, please go to the microphone. Tell us a little bit about the business.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay. My name's Colleen Mask. I'm the owner and only stylist right now at my salon. I began my career in 1994 in Tomball, Texas. That's where I'm from. The place I called home for a long time, but we call Cleveland home now. We've been here 5 years. My salon's been open for a year and a half. My husband is with me today, William, or Brian. A lot of people call him Brian. And this is our home. And so I service a lot of men's cuts, color highlights, a very spa-like environment as well. I also have an esthetician who is a co-owner with me. She runs her own business alongside me, and she does all the aesthetic work there. So we are trying to create a very spa, salon, upper scale environment with affordable pricing. Because we know this area, we understand the demographics, and we want to see Cleveland grow. We fell in love with the community when we first found our church out here, and we just knew that this was the place that we wanted to call home. I didn't realize I was going to open a business here, but God had other plans. And so we opened our business, and I have several things that I have are just my heart and dear and close to me. The senior community is very close to my heart, and it's a part of our community that I feel like is sometimes left out. And so I have a special menu just for them to help with their fixed incomes. And so that's one of the things that I kind of cater towards. It's not everything I do. It's not the only thing I do. I do a lot of things. But I've been doing hair for almost 32 years, and I'm just thankful to be here in this community and serve. I give where I can as much as possible, and I think as of today I hired my first assistant. So that's I went to the high school on Monday yesterday, and I spoke with the cosmetology students. I'm here to give back as much as possible to the community. I believe in small town community and giving back as much as possible. The woman who kind of raised me in this industry in Tomball, I learned a lot from her, and I kind of do a lot of the things that I saw her do and made her business successful. That's one of the reasons why I joined the chamber, is because that was one of those things that she did, and she was very active. So I plan on doing that as well. And so I'm just here to serve this community as much as I can, and I can't wait to see this area grow. And the area where I'm at, like, I can already see growth being there only a year and a half. I can already see the growth happening. So I'm excited to be here in this community. But yeah, that's it.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you taking the time to come up this evening. I'm sorry to say you probably won't see much business from me, but we'll try. Or Mike, or a few others in this room, though we'll go remain nameless. But nonetheless, congratulations. We hope you do well. We have anybody from Texas Pike Pickles here this evening?
My name is Kim Weaver. I am the owner of Texas Pike Pickles. We make an assortment of pickles, pickled vegetables, and jams. We've been in business since about 2019. Our previous name was H&W Farm, and 2 years ago we worked on patenting Texas Pike Pickles. So we have a manufacturer facility in town. We are in a store in Kingwood and a store in Cold Springs currently. We're hoping in 2026 to move into more retail and be able to hire help. Currently, it's just me and my husband and my mom making thousands of pickles.
Outstanding. Well, thank you very much. All right, we'll get on to the Chamber of Commerce update. Looks like Ms. Carey is here, so please step up.
Well, I am Carrie Duggar, and I am a local business owner. I have Edward Jones office in downtown Cleveland. And today I'm representing the chamber as past president. And first we want to start off with congratulating Pepe with Pueblo for 25 years of service. It's a long time.
Long time.
Yeah, congratulations.
Appreciate this.
I guess we're going to do a picture.
Great looking board. Thank you.
I just want to thank everybody. Actually, Cleveland has been I would call it my first home now. You know, I was born in Mexico, but I really grew up in Tomball, and then 25 years ago came to Cleveland. So I consider myself, Cleveland, from Cleveland. So it's a pleasure. I mean, it's been a good long journey. Cleveland has been really, really good to us. Not only in just on the restaurant side, but I mean, as far as everything, opportunities left and right. Cleveland has been great. It's not like other no cities that I hear that no, you cannot do this. They always work with the community, so I really appreciate that, and give us the opportunity to be here with you guys and with this good journey, man. like I said, Mexican food is always I would say a plus. You know, you have to be right for people to like it. So Cleveland has been great. No complaints. Also, I was gonna mention about putting Cleveland on a spot with the mezcal. Now we're doing our own mezcal, which is like a liquor. I don't know if you know, guys. It's not tequila, but mezcal. So now we're going to Washington, D.C. We're going to go to different states that we're going to put that, now for sale on those states. So a lot of people are like, hey, where are you coming from? Cleveland, Texas. So we put in really Cleveland on the spot, and that makes me really happy, because like I said, Cleveland it's been giving us all these opportunities to grow up and do all these different businesses with the opportunity of you guys, So yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the community, and I appreciate Cleveland, Texas. So they always say Cleveland, they don't know what they're missing. Cleveland is a good spot. So, all right, thank you guys. Thank you for these 25 years, and I will take it and put it on my wall.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm just going to give you a real quick update on the chamber and what's going on. So our newest thing that we're doing all month, the whole month of October, is our Power of Pink. And so we have started, the board has agreed to let a committee start a breast cancer awareness month where we're raising funds, and one of the businesses, My Imaging, has agreed to donate up to 10 free mammograms to local people. And then we have partnered with Health Center of Southeast Texas, and they're going to take like a grant from us from whatever we earn, and they're going to be in charge of giving out that money to women who are either not insured or underinsured. And so it'll go for their care if they have a mammogram diagnosis from the mammogram. So we're raising money in all different kinds of ways. We're selling ducks for door prizes. It's like a raffle. We've already got a Yeti, a pink Yeti, of course, pink. A pink Yeti for a door prize, and a, what is it called? A turtle box. Everybody know what that is? It's a music box. It's a really tough music box. And so we have those two prizes, and we're getting people adding prizes all the time. We actually already had our first large donation. Janet Martin with Martin Auto Park has agreed to donate $20,000. So we have a good start. We had wanted to raise 20, so now we're going to 50. So we're hoping we can make this an annual thing, and every year it'll get bigger and bigger. We're going to have, Reyes is a big supporter of this. He was in on the ground floor starting it. He's doing tacos for tatas and pink drink specials, and he's donating the taco, whatever donations we get for the taco bar, and then he's also donating part of the drink prices to that. We also have all kinds of merchandise, pink merchandise that people have donated, and so we'll be selling that the whole month. Every Thursday we'll be doing the taco bar and selling merchandise there. We're also doing a flamingo flock of business. We've already flocked 2 businesses. You pay to get the flamingos, and you pay to get rid of the flamingos, and you pay to keep them from coming back. So there's all different ways for businesses and individuals to donate to our cause. The other thing that we're having this month is next Tuesday, we have the city's own Heidi talking to us at the Connections Lunch. It's at Agave, and she's going to give us a talk on small business opportunities that I think EDC and the city can offer for different businesses. So we look forward to having everybody there. Our next luncheon is November 6th, and it's our first responder appreciation lunch, so we hope to see everyone there too. The other thing I want to talk about that I'm sure somebody else might talk about too is our log jam, which is partnering with our Pedal in the Pines, the old rock and ride, and we already have 70 riders registered, so we're excited about that. We're getting the last parts of that put together, and We're hoping we have 200 riders this year. So it brings a lot of people not from Cleveland into our city to see what we have to offer. And we're hoping the log jam really attracts them to Cleveland. So we're looking forward to a great turnout for both of those events. Any questions for me? Oh, okay. Well, we look forward to seeing y'all at all of our events.
Thank you, Carrie. We always appreciate updates from the chamber partner. We'll move on to item number 6, which is reports and comments from the board members. We'll start on my far left. Ms. Funes?
Hello guys. First I wanted to say I'm sorry I missed the last meeting. Going off to what she said, I actually did have surgery early September and I thought I was going to be diagnosed with cancer at a young age. I know it's scary. I had a lump on my breast and I actually went to the health center of Southeast Texas. Thankfully they provide me with a resource to get a mammogram. So I am extremely thankful for them for everything that they do. And again, I'm sorry I did miss the last meeting. Thank you.
Mr. Buckley?
I'd like to thank our guests that showed up today at New Business Spotlight. Thank y'all, we appreciate it. Want to thank our city staff, Public Works, Fire Department, Police Department for all the hard work. You know, y'all do, without y'all, the city doesn't make it, so we do appreciate the hard work.
Mr. McWaters?
Yeah, just echo what Mr. Buckley said, and also urge the public, there's a lot of great events coming up this month. I think that Log Jam Festival is going to really bring in a lot of people, so really looking forward to that. And there's various activities around Halloween around town that is good for all the families, so check those out.
Outstanding. Again, I'll echo what Brent and Michael said. We always talk about first responders and police force, EMS, all of these folks that are categorized as first responders. And I sort of overlook probably the most important part. These folks literally put their lives on the line every day. A bad day for me, inconsequential. Bad day for those folks, they may not be going home. So again, thank you very much for everything that you do on a day in, day out basis and for supporting this city. We do appreciate that very much. And Ms. Funes, glad to have you back. Very good. We'll move on to director's report at this point in time. Item number 7, Emilio.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll be brief. Starting off with some housekeeping. We'll be attending a conference in the early part of next month, so we'll have to forego the November 4th meeting because we're going to be out the 2nd through the 5th. So with that, we'll probably end up having a special meeting in November to take up some business on some incentives possibly. So we'll use that meeting as to handle any regular meeting business of the EDC. Following up on what Carrie said, very excited about the opportunity for the EDC to be kind of a inaugural sponsor of this inaugural festival that we are having in tandem with the Petal of the Pines event. And really, it's really hope that this will spark a lot of interest in downtown and further help with revitalization efforts and really promote the downtown as a vibrant kind of community hub, if you will. So I don't have a lot of details here because I really encourage everybody to go to logjamfest.org to learn more about the festival and its offerings. There's also a Facebook, Log Jam Fest Facebook page. You can get to the website from there, but you can also see some of the activities and things that we're promoting on our Facebook page there as well. Some training opportunities coming up in October. At the very end of October, there'll be the Texas Economic Development Council Annual Conference, and I know there's a few of you that already have expressed interest in that. If anyone else is interested, please let us know because we'll be submitting the travel authorization forms for that soon. And then if that's too far for you, we have some local training that's available, the TEDC sales tax training that they do every year. Chuck and I had the opportunity to attend last year. That's in Houston down about the airport, IAH. And that's just kind of a morning to late, early afternoon type of thing, or late afternoon rather. And that's on November 14th. And I believe there's also a virtual training that you can do at your own pace, and we can get you the dates and information on that as well. But that's all I have.
Thank you, Emilio, appreciate it. We'll move on to consent agenda. All consent agenda items are considered routine by the EDC board and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a board member requests an item to be removed and considered separately. Consideration and possible action on item number 8, the meeting minutes. Do I have any questions, concerns about the meeting minutes from last month's meeting?
Make a motion that we approve the consent agenda, item number 8.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Very good. We have a motion moved by Mr. McWaters and second by Mr. Buckley. Motion, vote on motion, please. All approve? Very good. Motion approves unanimously. We'll move on to item number 9 under discussion and possible consideration on update on the Austin Memorial Library improvements.
I'll offer Mary to come up and talk with me as well, but we had discussed a lot about improvements at the library. In the last fiscal year, we went ahead and did some fencing improvements around the library with a chain link fence, powder coated. It looks really nice, and it really has generated ideas about what that outdoor space could be for them in terms of, you know, learning and activities and things like that. So I know we had discussed shade structure improvements at the library, kind of different ideas, different concepts, and various costs. And so I think that kind of led us to consider some other things and really approach this more comprehensively rather than in a piecemeal fashion. So that's kind of what we wanted to talk to y'all about this evening and kind of just get some direction in this newer direction, which is kind of a departure from what we had discussed previously. But I'll let Mary kind of provide her thoughts as well.
This last month, we recently decided to start our outdoor play. We're doing it once a month on a Friday. It went very well, fortunately for us. There was a little bit of a cool front. It was still hot, but as it got closer to around the 11 o'clock hour, but we had purchased a couple of little clearance sale items at Walmart that would meet the needs to have things outside, just to try to see what kind of interest before we went completely and totally whole hog in on this. And I will say it was very well received. The only complaint that we had was that it was hot and there was no shade. So eventually the shade structures in that area. One of the things that we would like to have is a water play area, not something like a water park, nothing that they would get completely drenched in, but a table or something where they can turn water on and see how water moves and flows. It's an educational thing. Having a science and nature area. We had a couple of raised bed gardens and we dumped the dirt in it and the kids were able to play in that in our outdoor area. We would like to have a stage, so if the kids wanted to do something periodically in the past, we've had concerts with garage bands that were there. We charged an admission to pay for a recording studio to come out and record video and audio record them when we had an auditorium at the library. And this was a successful project. We had people coming from Katy, Galveston County, various areas to come to Cleveland to participate in that. And when we got rid of the Civic Center part of it, we could no longer do that, but this would be an excellent place to do it, except for our neighbors would probably shoot us. We would also like a sensory drama play area, that there would also be different outdoor furniture and games for both adults and kids. But we're trying to encourage parents to get in the habit of playing with their children without always some type of electronic device, because kids learn so much from different aspects of play without the electronic devices, that I think oftentimes commercial industries will say, oh, this new thing is a great educational toy, and we all want our kids to be gaining the educational experience. But as science has discovered, that sometimes the flashing, blinking lights, it overstimulates, which has caused a lot of ADD and ADHD in some of the research. So we're trying to get back to basics. So part of us being a family place library is having the indoor play. We'd like to extend it to an outdoor play area.
I do have a question. I see kind of where you have to lay out the shade areas. Would they be better in the area where your stage and outdoor furniture games would be sitting? Would you prefer, would that be a better area to have more covered?
But we also were thinking about when we have our outdoor movies, we didn't
Yes.
want that, the shade to be in way of the projection.
Okay.
I mean, it's optional. We're not designers, but
Yeah.
that would be something that we would like to actually have somebody that is more experienced in this and say, this is the area that we have, this is what we like. What would be more, instead of it being one complete pavilion that's undercover, we didn't, that, as we found out, is quite a large sum.
Yeah,
So-
probably would need to get a design group to look at this and kind of lay it out where it's really functional and useful for everything you're trying to get in there. Because me, I agree with you. Outside, you use imagination, that develops more. Right now, we have kids that have no imagination and don't know how to think for themselves. So the more they can do on their own and get out there and be productive without electronics, I'm all about. So I do like what you're trying to do here. I would like to see it be able to be maximized to the fullest but you have to get the right person to design it. So I think that's something that maybe as a board, we need to
And if
look at doing.
Yeah, and if the city's okay with somebody coming out and looking at the overall footprint of everything, look at our envision and coming up with developing a plan, perhaps maybe something that we could do either on a grant, or if they would be willing to do it for free. That would also, I would very much like that, because like I said, I've been to other libraries, and interestingly enough, somebody asked with the Texas State Library Association, part of the directors' online group, is there a company that does this? And as soon as I saw that, I shared the email with Emilio, that this is my vision, this is what I have seen. This person went to the same training that I went to, and wanted to share that with some of the design features that they have as maybe somebody that I could possibly reach out to that does this.
Well, I'll tell you, as far as direction, this is, I really love this. This is great, and kudos and good job for thinking about it like this. I think having a plan and a vision and getting a designer in here to see, hey, we may not be able to do all of it in 1 year, but if there is a plan and a goal, we work toward it. I love taking that approach to projects instead of just piecemealing them and doing, and end up a lot of times having to undo and redo stuff that we've spent money on to put in because it didn't fit the next chapter or scope. So I really like this direction.
And I wanted to add, my dad is a plumber, so for the water adventure area, I would gladly ask him to take a look to see maybe how hard it would be, because I know it would be harder if he has to break concrete, but if he doesn't have to, this is beautiful, by the way. I love, this is like a Montessori vibe, so we would love to take a look and see if we could help you guys with that. Thank you.
Well, yeah, great feedback, and this is kind of what we're looking for. This is just to guide the discussion. This is a starting point for us. Obviously, I think we're in agreement that we would want to have either an architecture, landscape architecture firm, people that specialize in recreational spaces to really help us with this.
Yeah, 'cause-
That would be, that comes at a significant cost, but I think, like Brent said, you're going to end up kind of saving costs in the long run, not having to undo things, so.
And have a more useful space.
Yeah, and then too, they may have to relay out some stuff due to drainage of the property,
Right.
stuff like that, so that way you can get the maximum out of it, so.
Yes. Yeah, they'll look at the landscape, hardscape, programming, all the kind of engineering factors and all of that, so.
And make it easier for landscape maintenance for public works.
No, I like the idea. It's better than just a outside cover in a little place to do outdoor movies. You're expanding, so, and they're there to learn, so not only by books, but they're outside, learning that. If you're doing the raised gardens and stuff, people don't teach that anymore. The kids don't know how to plant, they don't know how to grow, so stuff like that is just, it's amazing to me, just to be able to see them get back to just nature, so.
Well, with our garden, since we have the raised beds, we want to start planting at the beginning of spring, and any of the produce that may come out of this, it will be for the patrons to take. And if we have enough, the Liberty County Extension Office said that they would even work with how to can some of it, so we're looking at expanding that.
Well, when y'all get ready to do that, let us know, so that way we can let, like me, I'll donate, my business will donate to help provide some of the seeds and stuff that you need, so, I'm sure there'll be a lot of other people that wouldn't mind helping donate that, so, anything for kids, I like to say I'm outside working, so it's good.
Right. So I appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, that's what we need.
All right. Some good takeaways there for action items for the future. Moving on to item number 10, we'll update the fire station pavilion improvements. I believe that's Mr. Brooks.
I'll kind of tee it up for Roger. So obviously, y'all made investments in the pavilion itself, and so we've had previous discussions about, fencing that's kind of needed to kind of secure the area so people feel more safe in the pedestrian realm from the vehicular realm. And we talked about more decorative fencing to kind of lean into the fire station history. So Roger can provide an update on that. We've also made some drainage improvements, and Roger can speak to those as well. But just kind of an update on overall improvement activity over there.
Good evening, Board. As you all know, we purchased the fire hydrants been a while ago. So we were supposed to work with the school on that to make that happen. So we decided to follow another path, which would be more simpler, also more economical. And beyond, since we had a lot of obstacles in our way and different things like that, we hopefully in the near future we will get this hydrants up and running as far as painted, grinding, and so forth down, and make it as a fencing material along San Jacinto side, and it will make it a good aesthetics for this pavilion that we already have there. So we did do some drainage along from the north side of there next to Walgreens. We did a swell so the water don't retain in the back by that existing building. So we drain it towards San Jacinto side. So it did prevent that from happening, which it looks good now. Also, we're going to add some drainage up front where the parking lot is, where the ramp for the wheelchairs and different things like that accessible. We're going to make that happen. I got a quote for that for another job, but they're going to do that also and just improve the area, make it more appeasing for everybody in the community. But we are working on those fencing area with those hydrants. We are going to make that come to life. So just want to keep you updated on that. We haven't forgot about it, but we are going to make sure that happens.
Are we just putting them on the San Jacinto side, or are they gonna go also on the other?
It depends how, We found a couple more, so if we could make it stretched along the Hanson side also,
Yes.
we can try to make that happen.
All right.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Have we decided what we're gonna do about the fence along the Walgreens
That-
side?
We talked about that. That's supposed to be a chain link fence.
Okay.
We don't want to put picket fence because it's going to block
The view.
the view of the pavilion. So that also is going to be.
We're gonna match it with kinda like what we did over at the library?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roger. Appreciate the update. Number 11, we'll do BNSF update.
Unfortunately, BNSF is not able to be with us. Something came up in their travel arrangements, so they were unable to attend virtually. So we'll look to either November or December to welcome them for an update.
Sounds good. Moving on then, item number 12, small business outreach update.
Hi, you guys. So, yep, we just wanted to give y'all kind of like a quarterly update moving forward of what we're doing for small businesses in the area. So, last quarter, we visited in person over 30 businesses locally. And what that entails is a more in-depth discussion. Thankfully, like Colleen's still here, she can testify to it. But I just kind of let them know what the EDC is, what we do, how the city and the EDC are here for them as they grow within our community, and just like listen to their current needs and how we can best help them. So like I said, we've visited over 30 businesses. As far as outreach goes, we've spoken with over 50. So, I'm running into people all the time. We're always doing networking events. So I don't necessarily count those as like in person at their business discussing stuff with them. But yeah, so over 50 businesses last quarter. Within the last quarter, I also passed out 11 business improvement grant applications. So that was physical grants passed out. I'm definitely letting people know that we offer it. But so I tell them, if you don't understand anything, or literally if you need help filling it out, like this is here for you guys, so just let me know. So hopefully we'll get some of those applications in soon. I've been keeping up to date, and a few businesses have some projects coming up, so fingers crossed. Also, another thing that I've been trying to do with Emilio and Courtney is figure out how we can best like help businesses locally with different education. And so we had a Designing for Success Canva workshop, and we had 6 different business owners attend that, and Texas Pike Pickles was one of them, so we made a great connection there. But that was honestly a really awesome event because we got so much positive feedback, and the businesses were like, thank you for doing this, and if you do this again in the future, I'll definitely be here. It was so helpful. So we're going to look to do more things like that in the future. And we also did the SBA 101 that had over 30 participants. I know we've discussed that with you guys, but that was another great education for local businesses, and that helped them with more like finances and loans. Sorry, guys. Also, another thing that we're really focusing on is downtown revitalization. So we recently applied to the First Street Initiative, and it is anticipated that we're going to be accepted. So that's a really great program through Texas Main Streets. Texas Main Street, if you want to be a part of that, you have to have a full-time downtown employee. So what they've done is created this like under their umbrella, and so they're going to like assess our downtown and help us figure out how to best help it, different things like that. Another thing we've done is like work with Public Works in regards to maintenance and updates downtown. So we got the parking stripes repainted. We're working with Entergy to get some lighting updated. And also we've started putting the pole banners downtown. So hopefully, a little bit of beautification. And then also the Texan Theater, we had the marquee changed to, coincide with our branding, help spread that a little bit more. We've continued to collaborate with the Chamber, who we love this relationship, that we've established. They help us with a lot of things, and vice versa. They helped us with our SBA 101. They helped us with the international delegation. they're helping us a lot with Logjam Fest, thank God, and we're also collaborating on the Cleveland directory, so they came to us, and we're updating a lot of information and making sure a lot of things are correct in there. And then with Courtney, one thing that we've started to look at is creating promo videos for local businesses in the area and trying to figure out how to really highlight them and drive business to them. So like homecoming season is coming up, so we went to a local dress shop and venue in town, and we took a lot of footage, and we've already pushed out one video, and then there'll be more, so. Can't believe I'm losing my voice. But yeah, so we've dubbed that Hometown Highlights, and I talk to all y'all all the time, so. But yeah, so we dubbed that Hometown Highlights, and y'all should look out for that because we're gonna have a lot more of those things coming out, so we're very excited. Do y'all have any questions? Okay. All right, thank you.
Outstanding. Thank you, Heidi.
I asked Heidi to come do this because I feel like I get a lot of credit or attention for the work that gets done for the EDC, but the truth is her and Courtney do a lot of it, and so we're a team, but I rely a lot on them to help get our goals accomplished and objectives, so I really appreciate them, and they work very hard.
Outstanding.
Yeah, kudos. I mean, the touch points with all the small businesses in town, that's just outstanding. Really appreciate that work. Good job, team. Love the collaboration.
Absolutely, yes. On to item 13. Maybe Mr. McWaters has a suggestion here?
Mr. President, I'd like to move item number 13 to closed session for discussion.
We need a
I'll go
motion
ahead
on that?
and,
I don't think we need
I'll second the motion.
Okay, I think we're good. If that's the case, then we'll move item number 13 to executive session. The City of Cleveland Economic Development Corporation reserves the right to adjourn into an executive session at any time during this meeting to discuss any item on the agenda as authorized by the Texas Government Code sections. The following code sections fall under 551. So I'll say 551.071. Consultation with an attorney is .072. Deliberation about real property is .073. Deliberations about gifts and donations is .074. Personnel matters is .076. Deliberations about security devices and any economic development items falls under .087. That said, we will adjourn into executive session at 7:45? 6:45, my apologies. Motion to adjourn.
I make the motion, we adjourn.
Second? Second. All approve? Okay. We're adjourned. Have a good evening, everyone.